Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mike here, and like I promised on my first video, I am going to do a quick wrap-up video of my celebrity cruise, the celebrity reflection, giving each of my criteria a rating out of 5. So the criteria I decided to go with was the entertainment, food, the room, the casino, since I know a lot of people go on cruises for casinos, the Lido deck, the ship layout, and the overall cruise. And so, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. The first topic I decided to rate was entertainment. And on this one, I gave the entertainment a 4 out of 5 stars. So I thought the theater shows were good. They did 2 shows. They did Broadway Cabaret on the last night, which they sang Broadway songs from the 60s all the way up onto the 2000s. And then they had a couple aerialists performing, and then a dance duo that came out and did some dances during one of the songs. And then the first show was called Broken Strings, which I really liked. It was actually it was a story told through songs, through current songs. So it was really good. The parties, as far as entertainment goes, the parties were great. They had 2 parties. They had a white party and then a Latin dance party, and they lasted for hours. So when I've gone on Carnival, most of their parties, they're like 30-minute blocks, 30, 45-minute blocks. This one, the full moon party, which was their white party, lasted a good 2 hours. I started at 10, and when I went to bed at 11:30, it was still going. So a lot of energy, a lot of fun. If you like dancing, I think those parties were great. The cruise director was awesome. Luigi, great cruise director. However, one of my dings is I'm used to Carnival, or I prefer Carnival cruise directors being more involved. Like, this guy had great charisma and great energy, but he'd only come out for like the shows, and then he did the dance parties. So I would have liked to seen him a little bit more. I would have rated the entertainment maybe a little bit higher had I seen him, had he been more involved, because he was a great cruise director. And then another ding that I gave him was I've been on other cruise ships, Royal Caribbean namely, where they have like ice skating rinks, they have water slides, they have rock climbing walls. You know, there was more activities to do. On this one, it was a fun cruise, entertaining, but they just didn't have all the activities that, say, a Royal Caribbean ship has. So that's why I gave it a 4.5, or gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. One thing that was cool, I'll finish on a positive note, was all the music they had a live band. They have a house band, so like the sail away parties, they were playing their own music. Karaoke the first night, they had the house band backing them up. The full moon party, they had the house band playing music. So I thought that was pretty cool, having an actual house band. So entertainment, just to wrap it up, I gave it a 4 out of 5. And then food, I gave food 4 out of 5. On the first day, we were able to go to the special lunch that they had for like their VIPs and their suites, because we paid for it when we got the wireless premium access, whatever it was called. But that first day, that first lunch, it took about, I think, an hour and a half, and the food was just mediocre. So that's the reason it only got 4 out of 5 stars. I never ate in the dining room ever again after that. It was just slow, and the food it just wasn't that good to me. I preferred the buffet. I think the buffet had great food every night, every day, every breakfast. You know, the food was tasty, plenty of options. You know, they had the Indian food, and they had, you know, hamburgers and hot dogs if that's more your style. And then they had, you know, prime rib one night, or they had kebabs. You know, they had a lot of variety, and the food was always good. So my only gig was the main dining room, and I only had that one experience, so maybe you could take that with a grain of salt. But the buffet food was good, and I never ate at any of the specialty restaurants because it was only a 3-day cruise, and it was my first time on Celebrity, so I didn't really know what to expect, so I was just trying to soak it all in, and I didn't want to get, I guess, sucked into a 2-hour dinner. So had I eaten at a specialty restaurant, or maybe the dining room would have been a better experience, I probably would have given it 4.5 or even 5 stars, because I really enjoyed the food in the buffet. Probably some of the best food I've had on a cruise, I'll say that. The room. So I gave the room a 3.5 out of 5 stars, 3.5 stars, 3.5 out of 5. So I think the layout was good. You know, they had a smaller closet, but a bigger bathroom. So with the bathroom, this was the biggest bathroom and shower I've ever seen on a cruise ship. But to be fair, I've only stayed in interior, ocean view, and balcony rooms. So I've never stayed at like the suites or anything like that. Anything above that, I've never stayed. So they might have bigger bathrooms. But based on my experience, this Celebrity Reflection, this stateroom had the biggest bathroom and shower. Like, I loved it, which is stupid, but I thought that was pretty cool. You could actually like turn around in the shower and not bump against the wall. However, the brochure makes it look super nice, you know, leather couch, all that stuff. You go on the website, I say a brochure. If you go on the website, the pictures of the room on the website make it look phenomenal. It's a nice room. However, the couch is worn. It's fabric. It's, you know, there's holes in it. It's worn on the seams. Our bed, our sheets had hair in it. Like, not just 1 or 2 hairs, but like there was hairs in the sheet, and there was a hole in it too. So, but the stateroom attendant, when we told him, he changed them out and everything was fine. So, you know, kudos on Celebrity. Like, their service was great. But the room, it was good, definitely livable. One of the better rooms, I would say, but not the best I've had. The curtain divided the balcony. It was missing some of the hooks, so the curtain kind of, you know, it didn't hang correctly. But I mean, it still hung. It still worked. You know, that's just kind of nitpicking. The drinks in the fridge. So when I first got in there, I looked in the fridge, and you know, there's drinks, there's beer, there's pop, there's liquor in the fridge. And so I didn't know if the person before me left it or if it was included in the room. But the attendant said it was not included. You know, they stocked the fridge, which is good. However, if you bring your own drinks, if you want to, you know, get a beer, get a couple beers and put them in the fridge to keep them cold, like, there's no room for it because Celebrity has their stuff in there, hoping that you buy it, hoping that you drink it and buy it. So as nice as it was to have a stocked fridge, there's no room for your stuff. So that's kind of a ding on Celebrity, I feel. And then what else? Oh, the TV. The TV was good. It has actual network TV, and then it has on-demand movies. It has newer movies like Fall Guy, and then it has older movies. I did watch Fall Guy, and you know, that's still on the Prime channels on TV, so that was nice. And then the deck. For some reason, like the deck chairs, they do recline. However, they had them zip tied up, so I don't know what the deal is with that. The deck was big enough that you could recline the chairs if you wanted to and relax, but Celebrity zip tied them, so we couldn't. We had to sit up the whole time, which not a big deal, but I just thought that was weird. So overall, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. And then the casino, because like I said, a lot of you guys go on cruise ships to gamble. The casino, I really liked it. It was smaller, but it was smoke-free, which was awesome. So the whole level didn't smell of smoke. And then it had a good variety of games and like the machines, the slots, but it also had the tables too. So they used the space really well, and it was in a great location. It was right on deck 4, near all the entertainment, near the shop. So I really think the casino was great on this ship. Even though I'm not a gambler, I thought it was a nice casino. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. And then the Lido deck, you know, that's when I think of a cruise, I think of the Lido deck where the pools are, everybody laying out, listening to music. So my rating on this ship was a 3.5. And I feel maybe that's not fair because on one whole day it rained. So obviously there wasn't anything going on the Lido deck. But when it came to the sail away party, there's not a big dance floor. So I didn't really see a whole lot of people out there dancing. Great layout. There's 2 pools, there's 4 hot tubs, plenty of chairs along the side. It's covered so you can be in the shade if you want. There wasn't a whole lot of entertainment going on the Lido deck, and I guess maybe I'm used to Carnival where there's always a party going on, there's always a DJ. But like I said, it rained one whole day, so one of the parties, the full moon party, was supposed to be on the Lido deck, but because of the rain, it moves downstairs. So maybe it'd be different. I feel like I need to go on this ship again to give it another shot. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. I've seen better fun decks, fun Lido decks, like better parties and all that stuff. Still good. With that being said, I'll just go ahead and go to the ship layout. So the ship layout, I gave it a 4 out of 5. So just starting off, the Serenity deck, one of the coolest spots I've seen on a ship. It was a heated pool, 2 hot tubs, plenty of seating. They served like healthy breakfast in the morning. You could get smoothies there. They had avocado toast. However, once you get down below on like deck 3, 4, and 5, where a lot of the entertainment was, to me it was very segmented, very closed off, kind of like, I guess in my head, like an 1980s house, how they were built back in the day. Which if you like that, it's cool. I mean, it definitely gives it a homey feeling. I guess I'm kind of used to, or I kind of expect like the huge atriums, like, and all that go all the way up, and it's just a big open space and all that. So I feel like this one was just kind of very segmented, very closed off. Each little section was kind of closed off. I think walking onto the ship, that's one of my favorite things. And so I think from the get-go, I think my mind was already made up, because normally when you walk on a ship, you walk in and it's like the big atrium, they got the bar there, and you look up and you're like, oh, like you can see the whole ship and it's so cool. This one, it didn't happen. Like I didn't have that wow moment when I crossed the threshold. So maybe that's why in my head it feels very closed off and sectioned. Like I said, like a 1980s house. Like when I grew up, you know, we had the living room, and then there was a wall, and the kitchen, and a wall, and then the hallway, the bathroom. There was walls everywhere. So there was really no open space, not like the open style of today. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. One of the cool things though is they had real grass, which is awesome. I've never seen that. And they had a tree growing in the center of the ship, which is really cool. Never seen that before. And then when you were in the center of the ship, you know, they had the library, they had the nook, and they had the game space. You could actually hear the music coming down from the third deck. So that was kind of cool. I did like that part of it, the layout, where you can hear the music. Basically, if you're in common areas in the center, you could hear the music no matter where you were at. And then you could like look over the railing and watch the party. But overall, like I said, 4 out of 5. I've seen better layouts. I think in my experience with Royal Caribbean, they probably have the best layouts for their ships. This ship was better than Carnival as far as layout goes. So 4 out of 5. And then overall, I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. You know, you can always improve, you can always get better. But this was probably one of my best cruises I've been on. From the food to the service, you know, the ship was clean. As much as I said I don't really like the layout, the ship wasn't bad. Like, obviously I did like the layout because I gave it a 4 out of 5, but it was just a nice ship. You know, one thing I've never had before is the room getting serviced twice a day, which coming back at night, that little chocolate on the pillow, chef's kiss. I like that. I like that. You know, you get out during the day, you go to your excursion, you come back, the trash is out, the bed's made. And then, you know, if you want to lay down, take a nap, get up, get ready to go out and do the evening events. When you come back, your bed's made again, the trash is out, and there's just chocolate on your pillow. So I thought that was really nice. The parties were a lot of fun. Like I said, they went hours, you know, each party. I'm used to Carnival where like the 80s party is 30 minutes. The 90s party is inside 30, 45 minutes. Karaoke's 30 minutes. You know, Carnival, it's very short. A lot of fun, but very short events. This one, the full moon party and the Latin dance party, both went for a couple hours. You know, karaoke went all night. So this was a lot of fun. The cruise director, Luigi, like I said earlier, he was awesome. Like, super fun, very charismatic. I feel like he belongs on a Carnival cruise ship, to be honest, because just the way his energy is, and, you know, when he got out there dancing and when he was involved, you know, he had good energy, and made it a lot of fun, like got everybody involved. So the cruise director was awesome. You know, Effie gave some free charms and a necklace. We came back one day and there was a necklace in our stateroom from Effie. Maybe it's because we got the charms, but that was a cool touch. What else? I mentioned the chocolates. I love the chocolates. The cruise ship, one of the cleanest, like I already said. It was just awesome. The bartenders were a lot of fun. They did like, have you ever seen the movie Cocktail with Tom Cruise in the 80s? They were doing that, like flipping the bottles and like throwing them up over their shoulders like this. Woo! And all that, all that cool stuff. And it was just very entertaining. So I love that. I would say the only downside is there was kind of a musty smell. Like every night when we were returning back to our room and when we were leaving, the hallways always smelled musty. And then our room when we walked in, it smelled musty. So I get it's gonna happen. Like the ship it's not that old, I think 2012, but everybody coming in and out, gets wet, ocean, salt water, like all that stuff. I get like, it's gonna start to smell after a while, I guess, but it just smelled really musty. Every time we walked by this certain spot on the ship, it smelled really bad. But I think that was probably my biggest downside is just kind of the smell of the ship. But I love the ship. I would definitely go on Celebrity Reflection again. You know, it's honestly the cheapest cruise Celebrity has. And I think we got it for like $260 a person, which is a great deal for what you get. It's a 3-day cruise. It goes to Nassau and Coco Cay, but it's Celebrity. Like this one ship, I will definitely be back on it, but it makes me want to go on the rest of Celebrity. Like I'm trying to find a brand to be loyal to so I can, you know, work up the tiers. And I think Celebrity, if all their ships are like this, it definitely is, you know, one of the top ones that I'm considering staying loyal to instead of bouncing around. But I love Celebrity. I mean, I can't praise enough. It was a lot of fun. Great ship, great crew, great cruise director, great bartenders, great service. It was a great cruise. So I can't wait to get back on it. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. I'll push it again, like Vacations to Go. That's where we found the cruise. Great deal on there. Even right now, I think as of September 8th, you can get a cruise for $260, $300 per person on this ship, and it's definitely well worth it. So I will be going on it again. But let me know what you guys think. Have you been on this ship? Have you been on other Celebrity ships? Because I'm curious how they all are, you know? Are they all this fun, clean, like bartenders get involved, cruise directors this energetic? Are the parties this long? I mean, maybe this was just a party cruise because it was only a 3-day cruise. Maybe the longer ones, you know, it's a lot slower pace. I mean, I don't know. I've never been on them. So let me know in the comments, like what you thought if you were on this ship and maybe what you'd recommend to get a comparable ship in the Celebrity lineup. So if you made it this far, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.